We are first and foremost a neighborhood joint that has a very expansive beer list and a menu of food items that wouldn't be necessarily found on most neighborhood taverns. We sell hundreds and hundreds of pounds of mussels, and it's so perfect with beer. People were just driving by or walking by or on a bus, and when they came in, they said, "Oh, you got a Blackbird? You have all those beers?" And they were very excited because they found this little enclave here of beer culture. I hope that when they go back to their office, they said, I went to the Hopleaf last night, and I never thought that beer could taste like that. I had a beer last night, and I've never had anything like it before.
Darren, you say that Hopleaf is a unique place. Tell us why you chose it.
Hopleaf is a great Belgian-inspired restaurant and bar in Andersonville, which is a really fun, eclectic, kooky neighborhood. The restaurant has a great menu that leans a little bit towards the comfort food side. They serve duck confit, steamed mussels, and pommes frites, which are essentially French fries that come in a paper cup, just like they'd be served in Belgium, and they're served with a spicy mayonnaise that is to die for. Mm-hmm. Totally amazing. But by all means, the reason to go there is the beer menu. They have over 200 beers. They specialize in Belgian beer.
Now, one can say that Hopleaf, just as maybe some four-star restaurants are known for their wine list, they have the equivalent to that of a beer menu. How do you pick between, I think, over 200 selections of beer?
Well, when I first started going to Hopleaf, essentially, I picked up the menu and just pointed at beers at random because I really didn't know a whole lot about Belgian beer. And so, I kind of stumbled my way into learning about Belgian beer, and then you get to where you have your favorites just like with any wine menu.
I found that the awesome thing about Hopleaf was the service. Like the waitress that we had there, she was so good. Like she knew all the details on every single beer. And my friend wasn't as knowledgeable in beers, and she picked the perfect one. So, if you're looking for something fruity or something light or dark, she just knew which one to pick for you. So
well, you would almost need a sort of a beer sommelier to guide you through it.
Yeah.
Right.
One of the great things about Hopleaf is that they serve them in the traditional glasses that you would have gotten them in hundreds of years ago.
It's a really interesting thing as far as beer and the Belgian beers. Each beer gets its own glass.
Yes.
So you'll have like an ale come in like a wide glass, and then you'll have the Pilsen will come in a sharp glass.
Oh yeah, they just have all of these different glasses that, like you said, are tailor-made for each drink, and so one of them might be this big goblet-shaped glass.
Like the Duvel comes in the
Right,
snifter.
Absolutely. And then the Kwak has this wooden handle, and the purpose of that was, I guess, hundreds of years ago, coachmen used to hang that on the coach when they would be driving people around. So drinking and driving was okay back then.
What do you think about that, officer?
I don't know about that.
Well, we sent you to Hopleaf. How was your experience, Cynthia?
Oh, I had a wonderful time there. I was like, wow, this is just like when I was a kid when we went to the bar with Dad, but we got to eat too. So it was really great. It felt the whole feeling. Everybody was laughing, having a great time.
Now, is it romantic? Is this a romantic restaurant?
No.
No.
No. No. It has the little wooden tables and the wooden chairs and the wooden floor and it's just like going with your friends and hanging out and having beers and appetizers and good food.
I think it's your total neighborhood brew pub. I kind of wish I had a couple of these divey, more brew pub type of places in my neighborhood, quite frankly. And it's just a great place. It's very chill. You don't have to worry about how you're dressed or if you're going to get attitude. You can just relax and have a good time.
Now, Jim, are you a big beer fan?
Yeah, I love beer. I love my beer. I actually love Belgian beers, like Chimay, and you mentioned Duval is one of my favorite two, actually, Belgian beers. And we had a great time. One funny story, though, we actually ended up getting the mussels for two because, I went with a friend of mine. And I gotta tell you, those mussels for 2, which is an appetizer choice, it is like mussels for 15. It's like
I know.
so many mussels come out, and I think it was soaked or like cooked in a Belgian beer.
That's right.
One of my favorite pairings with mussels is actually doing the wheat beer, because you put like a squeeze of lemon in it, and you have that with the
Yeah.
mussels, like lemony taste, and it's like a creamy beer. And I know you don't like heavier beer, so I would have recommended something like the wheat beer for you.
You guys are gonna think we're a bunch of hogs, but after eating the mussels, we actually then had this shrimp croquette, which also served as an appetizer, and it kind of looks like mozzarella sticks, but stuffed with like gooey shrimp, and it was awesome.
It's good beer food.
Yeah, good beer food. And for the entree, we actually then proceeded to eat. I actually got the, I think it was the beef brisket sandwich that was also served with frites. And again, the beef was really tender, and it was just perfectly done.
I do love the open-faced turkey sandwich. It comes with mashed potatoes and cranberry sauce, and it is very comforty, but it's also just really excellently prepared. It's really wonderful.
Well, we had the shrimp croquets for an appetizer, and the way he described them, the way Jim described them is, but they're big. They're like this, real big and fat like that. It was very good, very good. And my husband had the water zuni chicken, which is a classic Belgium stew, and I had the organic ribeye. Steak. But I
Not
love
massaged.
steak. No, it wasn't massage. Let me tell you, it wasn't massage, and it was excellent. So you know what? Don't massage my beef. You know? It was so tasty, and it was so tender, and I loved it.
All right. Well, Hopleaf was your selection. Give us a summary.
If you want a great local place that still has the feel of maybe a European pub, but is still like a down-home North Side pub, the Hopleaf is the place for you.
Cynthia?
I loved it. It was great. The food was excellent, and the atmosphere was wonderful.
Jim?
Yeah, I think Hopleaf is a really chilled, relaxed environment with great service. I would say definitely if you're hungry, go for the mussels for 2. You won't be hungry for a week afterwards.
All right, well, you can try the mussels and more at Hopleaf, 5148 North Clark, 773-334-9851. Open for dinner every day of the week. Reservations are not accepted, and the average dinner tab per person without drinks is $20.